very grateful. My right honourable friend has compellingly described the current situation as moving from post-war to pre-war. But does he share my concern that the people of this country as a whole are not yet in a place to understand the seriousness of the problem, that there is, in some sense, therefore, the beginnings of an issue of consent, that it's harder than it should be for young people to get excited about joining some of our big contractors and taking, as it were, the part of our armed forces and supporting the work that we're doing in diverse fronts around the country? And if that's true, does he think that somehow there's a specific role for the MOD to lead this process of building consent across the UK?
Well, my right honourable friend makes an excellent point, actually, because I think that one of the issues we face is that perhaps if you are not, for example, Iranian or Russian and living in the UK, you might feel, and you're not a dissident from those countries, you don't feel this affects you too much. But actually, my entire argument, and indeed the argument that I made at Lancaster House, was this isn't just something which impacts on foreign nationals and dissidents. This is something where we are, in effect, all under attack. And for evidence of that, you can see up and down the land, as Putin drove into Ukraine, the direct impact that had on every single family. Every single household budget in Britain was under attack. Remember the winter before last, we were paying up to half of the average family's energy bill, because this really does matter back home. And it's again why I stress that defence is the cheapest version of looking after yourself, not the most expensive one, which is why it's so important that with Putin inflicting that inflation on British households and British business, we understand, we wake up to the fact and we understand. And I would say to my right honourable friend, I actually think the British people do understand this. They do want us to do more. It is popular to make sure that we properly defend these isles and defend our interests overseas. And that is why this country this party's been proud to bring forward this big boost to our national defence.